All right, we are live. Good morning, everyone. Long time no see. Hope you're all doing well. Going to do a little flight today. Something I haven't done a lot of lately. I'd like to get back into it, doing it more regularly. So, I hope everybody's doing well. A little bit of a hiatus from YouTube, but we're going to come back. We're going to do this again, just for fun. So, today, we are sitting in Gulfport, Biloxi, Mississippi, and we are going to fly back east. We've been kind of offline looking at the new Louisiana U.S. Orthophotos project stuff. It's pretty good. Forkboard 2, if you're not familiar with his work, does a real good job on this. And so we've been kind of exploring the previously unorthoed areas. If you guys remember, you may or may not, I lost all my ortho when my system crashed, and I had to rebuild it, but instead of rebuilding it myself, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to use Fork Boys. And I'm glad I did, because let him do the hard stuff, and send him a little bit of a donation just to, you know, make it be good. Anyway, so let's get back to this. One of our favorite planes for jumping in and going, the Eclipse 550. So let's jump in here and let's start getting it ready. Let's go ahead and you guys are on the middle, yeah, on sim. Let's go ahead and take ground or remove the chocks. Go ahead and get a GPU going. Probably want to turn that sound down for you. Probably like about there. So it's not overpowering. Alright. And bus tie is on. Switch is on. Alright. Oxygen. Okay, everything looks to be in good order. Go ahead and get Squawk in here. We're going to be offline as we're flying on the east. And let's go ahead and shift over and look at our flight plan. So I won't be able to see chat when I do this. Oops. I think you guys are looking. Yeah, left monitor. Alright, so Gulfport, Biloxi. We have our flight plan going. Going up to 260. Let's worry about our fuel first, the things we can't control. And I'm just going to move OBS over to the other side. Right here. So it's not in the way of you guys when we're doing this. Alright. So back to the sim here. We're going to get our no luggage. We're going to do maybe 2 passengers. Let's see if we can actually do it. And we are needing, what are we needing? We need 1569. So 1569 here. That'll be close enough. We're going to be over fuel anyway. So we got 2 adults, 1,565.7 pounds of fuel on board. GPU is running. Shade should be open. Alright, so what else we got? We're going up 260. We have our alternate route. We'll leave that there. It's going to take us to HSA. That's Homa. HSA would be, no, I don't know where HSA is. We'll worry about that later. Our routing is going to be direct GPT, direct LCH, direct KLCH. So let's take a look at that on the system when we enter it. Alright, so KH or KGPT. Pull this out. To GPT, which I think this is going to be redundant, but Gulfport LCH which is going to be direct to the Lake Charles VOR, and KLCH. Alright, got all that in there. So, jumping back over to SimBrief. And we've already got it into, into Sky Vector, I should say. We've already got the points in here so we can look at the airport diagrams and everything. We've got ATIS on 11945. 11945, and you gotta remember I'm using my panels, so you guys won't see me plug stuff in a lot of times. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll wait for engine start before we look at that. Let's get everything on Sky View here. Oh, we didn't turn on nav lights. Huh. Okay. Autopilot on. Let's go ahead and set up the parameters. We're going to climb out at 150. We're going to set our altitude. We're not under ATC control, so we can do what we like, right? Let's set our altitude to, I'd say 26,000. 26,000. We're going to start with an initial rate of 1,200 feet, just until we get going. Elevator trim needs to come down, so they'll be ready for takeoff. And we are squawking. Everything else is looking good. Let's go ahead and set our heading. Well, we'll have to get that when we get the airport information, right? So that's all good. Let's go ahead and grab ATIS right now.
Gulfport Biloxi INTL information Romeo. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -10. Altimeter 2992. Arriving runways 3218, departing runways 3218. Advise on initial contact. You have Romeo.
We have Romeo. Alright, 18, I believe, is a long runway here. 32 and 18. No, 18 is a short runway. 32 and 18. So we'll leave off 32. Low departure 32. Alright. Excuse me, just had breakfast. Okay. Leave 32. So the heading on 32 is 316 degrees. So, here's where the magic happens. You're going to go to Flight Director. We're going to go ahead and set vertical speed, heading mode. Notice the PFD is telling us that we're going to go up and around. It's going to give us our directional info for takeoff. So that's going to be set up. And top chat, live chat. Okay, I hope I didn't miss anything if anybody was chatting. Top chat. All messages are visible. Yeah, let's just do that. Anyway. So we're good there, good there, good there. I think we are ready for engine start. What do you say? Probably going to go after takeoff. We're going to fly runway heading. And then we're going to go direct to LCH, actually. Not GPT, because GPT is right here. If you look, GPT is right here on top of us. So we'll try it that way. I think we're not gonna double back to hit that VOR. So we're gonna assume direct Lake Charles VOR. All right. So let's get some engines started. We're gonna leave that connected and the doors open for a second. We're going to go ahead and spin up 2 and turn on our beacon lights. And ignition. Looks like we have a good start on 2. Tell these guys that they can go ahead and disconnect the GPU. Alright, the GPU is disconnected. bolts look good. Go ahead and spin up one. We didn't get the altimeter in. Oh well. I'll grab it in a second. Looks like we got a good start on 2. Or 1. Alright. Tell our passengers to shut down, shut up, and shut the doors. Go ahead and turn on the cabin air to master. And we will leave that. We'll go ahead and set flaps for takeoff. And we should be good to go after that. Alright. And let's get that altimeter again.
Gulfport Biloxi INTL information Romeo. 1500 Zulu weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 14, dew point -10. Altimeter 2992.
Okay,
Arriving runways 3218, departing runways 3218. Advise on initial contact you have Romeo.
Alright. So let's quickly jump over here and see where we are here. So we're going to take Foxtrot down to Juliet and Juliet down to 32. So right turn on Foxtrot, which we're on right now, pretty much, and another right turn onto Juliet. Go all the way down. Seems simple enough, right? Okay. Make sure OBS is right. Yep. Alright, so this is kind of a discovery flight in a way because I'm kind of getting back into this. Get back into the swing of things. Doing a stream. I like doing streams. Kind of fun. Armchair is back. Let's go ahead and pull our chair forward. Alright. Let's take a look at the... Pull back. Move forward. Let's get the good old 1-2. Right, left. Good. Alright, controls are free and correct. So let's go ahead and flip on our taxi light and release the parking brake. Give her a little gas. Alright, so we're on Foxtrot, going down to Juliet. And we're wandering all over the place. This is why I don't do that. And we're going a little fast here for taxi. Let's keep a lookout here, see what that is. We got Juliet coming up. Taking a ride on Juliet. Oh, you guys are still on left monitor. Ha ha ha, you can't even see what I'm doing. That's great. And why do we have dirt in the middle of the airport? I don't know. That absolutely boggles the mind. But okay, we're cool. Like that view better. I think we can afford a little more juice. Captain Neckdead, how are you doing, man? What's going on? Just taxiing out here of Gulfport, Biloxi. Performance is actually pretty good for streaming. That's what I was worried about. Don't accidentally have the brake stop mark. Oh, don't tell me this is that rock stuff again. Nope, no rock stuff. I don't think. Yeah, it's rock stuff. Just keep the momentum going. Ryan Kreckler, what's going on, buddy? Long time no see. How you doing, my Texas friend? I'm going a little fast here. 30 miles an hour on taxi. Or 30 knots, I should say. And guys, bear with me. This is my first time streaming in a long time, so I'm kind of doing little bits. Getting back into the flow of things. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and stop here. Seems like a good place to stop. Alright, landing lights on. Let's go ahead and get those beacons onto strobes. And real quick run through, we have all of our pre-takeoff stuff is done. Headings are selected. And flaps are set, indicating takeoff position. And we're fueled up, ready to go. Let's do it. Clear for takeoff, runway 32137 Bravo Romeo. Oh, nice. Brian says he just got back from Spain. He was a little tired, but was able to get a window seat on a 777. That's kind of cool. Or were you in vacation on holiday in Spain? All right. Runway identified. Lining up, and into the woods we go. Watching our throttles here. Make sure we don't overspeed. Or overspeed the engines, I should say. 60 knots. 80 knots. 90, rotate. And up. Gear up. Climbing, climbing, climbing. Holding runway heading. We're trying to anyway. Flaps up. And let's go nav mode. And IAS. Gonna increase that rate of climb, IAS. Yeah, it's not gonna like that too much. That's okay. Back off of it a little bit. Still hand flying it. A little jerky. Alright, let's turn off those. And autopilot engage. Go ahead and hit the yaw damper. And away we go. Your church youth group did the Cameo y Santiago, which is basically a religious pilgrimage. Well, very cool, man. Sounds interesting. Alright, we are direct Lake Charles. And going up to 26,000. We're going to leave our power levers right in the same position. We're going to leave it 102%. It says 103 there, but it should say 102. It's still in the yellow, so we're good. We can run continuously there, so we'll use that for climb out power. And away we go. Up, up, and away, boys. See, I think this is default. I don't think the, I don't think Fort Boys Ortho goes this far. But that's okay. Still looks good. So how many hours is that on a 777 there, Ryan? Yeah, I really think this is default scenery. It looks like default scenery. And guys, if you want to track us on Project Fly, you're more than welcome. We are November 137 Bravo Romeo, and you'll see us probably the only one flying in the southeast United States. So you'd be more than welcome to track us. Go ahead and hit our landing lights off. We're above 10,000. There's a causeway down there, it looks like. Little road. Yeah, definitely a causeway. And definitely default scenery, I'm guessing. It's alright. 9 hours in a steel tube, man. That would drive me nuts. I've never been across the pond, so. And we're at 11,000 feet. We're still climbing at about 2,500 feet per minute. A little under 2,400 feet. Taking in the sights, or the wing view if you so choose, which is kind of restrictive, but hey, gives a real life kind of account, right? And then what, I have FO seat. Yeah, that's got to be default scenery. That is not ortho, I don't think. We'll go down and look at it. Yeah, there's no way that's... I mean, that can't be... I mean, if it is, it's just really boring. Oh well. I'm gonna keep this over here so we can watch our altitude. Don't I wish ortho was global? Yes, sir, I do. I wish some enterprising individual would put together a service. I guess you could do it like FTX Global, only you could do a subscription service, and you could supply ortho scenery to the entire simulator for the entire planet. You know, your whole job in life would be able to build ortho sceneries for the planet and provide them to flight simulators. I mean, that would be a huge deal. You could charge, I mean, you could probably charge $10, $20 a month and people would pay it for good ortho. People would pay it. And if it was a guaranteed service with downloads, you know, I want to fly in this area and maybe I just need to spend a little time downloading, all the better. That'd be a cool service. I would subscribe to that. Let's see here. Where are we in relation to everything? Go on to 17. Let's go ahead and set our Barrow select, and we were already on 299.2, so we had nothing to do there. And let's take a look at the other side. See where we're at. So that's what our flight plan looks like. Pretty simple. I guess there's not a lot of routes to take around this area according to SimBrief. We could have done something more detailed, but we probably would have wasted more time. So we're still only doing about 200 knots because we're climbing out, and we got about 7,000 feet to go. But we are definitely on course, making it to 26,000. So at 26,000, we will definitely see our fuel, our gallons per hour, move down, and we really want that to be, for cruise, I would be happy with the 80s. We could get it as low as 58 if we wanted to pull back on the cruise speed, but we're doing max climb right now, so not going to be great. But as we go higher, the fuel per gallon, the burn rate will go down. And at 41,000 feet, which is the service ceiling of this aircraft, I think we're well into the 70s at a full cruise. So we'll pull back on the throttles once we get there. Up to cruise, that is. Yeah, definitely not ortho. Infinite Flight. Oh, is Infinite Flight the iPhone-based game or the iOS-based game? Never played it. If it is. You really can't see anything that's going on out there with that view. Look, everyone, default scenery. Yay! Alright, got about 3,000 to go. We're still getting up there. I mean, we're still maintaining 1,600 feet per minute at 150 knots. It's a really good climb performance. This plane weighs about the same amount as my car in real life. So when you throw on 2,000 pounds of thrust, it'll move 3,000 pounds, 3,500 pounds pretty easily. "15-meter resolution." Yeah, that doesn't sound very good. But I know, I'm serious. Somebody should. I really wish somebody would put together a scenery solution for ortho that's guaranteed quality. Yeah, it's phone-based, and a lot of kids like it because it really isn't a simulator. Yeah, it's just a good way to waste time, I guess. Have fun. Alright. Gonna be coming up on 25,000 here in a couple of minutes. Couple of seconds. And we'll get an alarm. There we go. Once we get to cruise, we'll take a look at our weather situation and we'll see what's going on with that. Oh, you know what? We didn't transfer weather in. We're about to go for a little jolt. I forgot to turn on FS Global Real World Weather. So now we're going to change the weather. Yep, there he goes. Okay. Disturbed the plane. Didn't like that. Alright. So now that we've got real world weather in. That makes a huge difference, right? Yeah. Makes a huge difference. Okay. So let's hop over to the left-hand screen here. And let's look at our weather situation in Lake Charles. Alright, wind is 140 at 6 knots. Visibility 16 kilometers. Sky covers few 900, scattered, broken. Can't even see all of it, there's so much stuff. So scattered 4,900 is what I'm really worried about. Broken 11,000. Pressure is 3009. But 140 at 6. 140 at 6. Okay. Let's look what we got. 140 at 6, so we have a large runway. 6,500 feet. 1.5. That looks preferable to me. So this runway right here, I think we'll be landing on that one, considering the winds are favorable for it. And let's look at what we have for, let me switch back over here to the other monitor. I think you guys are on this monitor now. Yeah. Let's switch back over here and show arrival procedures. And RNAV 1.5, we can do an ILS, we can do an RNAV. And we'll zoom in here. Take us a little look-see. RNAV 1.5. So Zukla will be the approach fix. Full transition is going to be procedure turn. Yay. Okay. We're going to be at 1,700 feet. And the hold is going to be away from us, so that's okay. We can make that work. Okay, that's not bad. We can make this work. So we're going to use this. And actually, we're going to say direct Zukla. Probably once we get about here, we'll just go direct to it. So let's go back to sim. And let's start the fun. So, Lake Charles, load arrival. RNAV 1.5. We're going to transition at Zukla. Now, the one thing this plane will not do is a procedure turn. So, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And in order to do that, we need to have waypoint information. So, info for ZUKLA. Alright, it's going to give me distance. I need to pull up my procedure on the other page. We've got that in. We're probably going to go direct from when we get within 10 miles or so of the Lake Charles VOR, maybe 20, we'll go direct to Zukla. And we will enter the hold. We'll cross Zukla. We will make an immediate right-hand turn for 4 nautical miles. Up to the inverse of 152. So we need to look at our charts here. Let's go over to here. Lake Charles, ILS 115, RNAV 15. So we're going to make an immediate right-hand turn to 332. We're going to proceed for 4 miles. And then we will make a turn back to 152. We'll set the we'll set direct to Zukla again on the FMS, and we should be at 1,700 feet when we do this. So that's completely doable in my book. Oh, we are moving, and we need to pull back on these throttles. I never pulled back on them when we reached cruise, so we'll pull back on the throttles now. We don't overspeed the plane. So back in the sim. Oh, how did that happen? Make sure I'm on the right. Alright. Let's pull this up again. So, bearing and distance, we're going to be looking at the distance indicator once we get to Zukla and cross it. We will set our, we will sync our heading bug, and we'll go straight over it from whatever input we receive. No PT if coming from a heading of 062 to 242. So we won't be north of this. We're going to be coming in from the south, so we're going to have to engage the procedure turn. Yep. And I'm just showing you the map thing, and I'm looking on the other side. Anyway, never mind. Zukla fix. So we'll watch this for 4 nautical miles away once we get there, and then we'll make our turn back the other direction. So 332 will be our initial turn. Set our heading bug now, and we're going down to 1,700 feet. Take it easy, Ryan. Good having you, buddy. We're gonna set this for 250 for descent. I want to maintain 250 knots throughout the course of the descent. We're gonna use auto throttle for that. 1,700 feet is where we're going. And we're going to start off vertical speed of negative 1,500 feet. So we're all set for descent. You guys got a ways to go, though. Top of descent in about 78 nautical miles. Cloudy day down here on the Gulf. We don't have to worry about any obstructions, so we can descend as low as we like. I mean, we can descend down to 1,700 feet when the time comes. But, yeah. Just cruising. I do like this plane. This plane's good for just picking up and going. cruising along at 26,000 feet. Let's look at our fuel burn real quick. Where are we at with that? So 89, not terrible. We are running the engines a little hard. Oh, I like even numbers. There we go. Dual throttles are kind of a pain sometimes. You never get exactly the right thrust on each engine. Everything looks good. Volts are good. Amps are good. We got fuel. And fuel burn is acceptable for this flight. I want to go fast. We'll be starting down here in a moment. I think we are back to real scenery now. Yeah, much better. Got ortho. We have ortho. About 78 miles from our top of descent. Well, at least that's what it says. It's less than that. About 59 miles, I think. We're going to start down a little bit early, so we can get to our, we can establish our banana bar and be at 1,700 feet by the time we get to Zutla. Not a whole lot going on. Yep, cloudy as far as the eye can see. And got a nice tailwind behind us. Ground speed is 379, almost 380 over the ground. That's pretty good. We're hauling the nail, for sure. For sure. It's nice having the wind at your back sometimes. 332. I gotta remember that because we're gonna lose this on the heading bug when we sink. We're gonna lose this on the heading bug because we're going to sink our heading bug once we are direct Zukla. We're gonna sink our heading bug, go to heading mode, wait till we cross the waypoint. When we do, we'll go to 332 for 4 miles, and then turn back inbound 152. Direct Zukla and then begin the approach. Definitely time to start thinking about descent. Alright. Now is as good a time as any, I guess. So, we will go ahead and let the weather update. Yep. And now we will zoom in here. And vertical speed mode. Oh shoot. I just changed my altitude. Helps to select the right piece. We're going to start down at 1500 to begin with. And we're going to hit the auto throttle to control the speed. Just one less thing we have to manage on the descent. It's always a good thing. And ATC just cleared us for direct Zukla. So we've been cleared for the approach. We are now direct Zukla. Alright, our banana bar is still stretched way out there, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and increase our descent rate to 2,000. See where that brings us. Right about where we need to be. That's perfectly fine. We'll also slow it down to about 200 knots when we enter the hold. And we are descending. We also need ATIS frequency, which is 11875. 11875. Go ahead and throw that in the box. And now that we are direct Zukla, we will go ahead and synchronize our heading bug once. We're looking for a 332 heading once we cross Zukla. $60 miles away from the waypoint. Then we can probably decrease our descent rate as we get closer because, as you can see, the air gets thicker as we get down and we slow down easier. So we'll descend as a function of speed. We will descend at a faster rate. Well, not necessarily at a faster rate, but we won't cover as much distance in the time we descend. Let's go ahead and look on the other side and see what our let's go ahead and get the weather situation. We'll get the nearest, which is 3009. We'll just keep that in mind. .3009 is the nearest altimeter, the nearest reporting weather station. And this approach does have localizer provided guidance, so, or precision guidance. It'll give us an RNAV localizer, in other words. Or not a localizer, but a glide slope. We can back off of the descent rate just a little bit, kind of save some fuel here. A longer...
Lake Charles RGNL Information Sierra. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind 130 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 12,000 few, temperature 27, dew point 23. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runway 05, departing runway 05. Advise on initial contact, you have Sierra.
Well, they're saying 05. 200. Come on, give me another.
Lake Charles RGNL Information Sierra. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind 130 at 5, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 12,000 few, temperature 27, dew point 23. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runway 05, departing runway 05. Advise on initial contact, you have Sierra.
We have Sierra, but we are not arriving on runway 05. We are arriving on 15, with winds being from 130. I just don't see the... I don't see the point in that. So, we're going to stay where we thought we were. And we're going to assume ATC is going to be logical and give us 15. Altimeters are set. We are still descending. 14,500. We can go ahead and arrest this descent rate just a wee bit. See where that puts our banana bar. Perfect. The longer we can keep the keep it on a downhill, the better fuel economy we will get. So we don't have to descend as fast. Sync up that heading bug here. Alright, that's looking good, so we'll zoom in. Oh, I don't know if you guys are on sim or not. So we'll zoom in on it. Got about 40 miles to go. And we can still descend in the hold. We just need to be at 1,700 feet when we come out of the hold at Zoomla. And again, this plane does not do procedure turns very well, so we'll have to do it manually. Not a problem. We get about 10 miles from it. We'll sync our heading bug, go to heading mode, wait till we cross, and then go to 332. I think we can spare 1 point on the descent rate here. Coming up on 10,000. Indicated airspeed is 250, which is fine. And gonna go ahead and throw those landing lights on. Oops. Got some cloud. We'll go ahead and go to continuous ignition. Temperatures should be above freezing by the time we go through this cloud deck. .28 nautical miles to Zumla. And we'll resync our heading bug. Zukla, not Zumla, Zukla. I'm sure there's a Zumla somewhere. .24 nautical miles for make that turn. And I'm going to go ahead and sync our heading bug one more time. I'm going to go to heading mode. And 332 is going in after we cross. Going through the clouds at what, 6,000? 5,500? Temperatures, outside air temperature is 14, well above freezing. Engines are continuous ignition until we get out of this cloud deck. Nautical miles. Alright, we're outside the cloud deck. Let's go ahead and go back to normal. And now is a good time to think about slowing down. Well, I thought we were out of it. Well, we are pretty much. Let's go ahead and slow it down to about 200 miles an hour. 200 knots, I should say. So we can enter the holding pattern at about 200. Maybe slow to 170 while in hold. Landing lights are on. Oh, it is cloudy. I'm glad we're IFR. $11 miles till we need to make that procedure turn. All right, we're going to be at 17,000 or 1,700 feet. In 10 miles. And we'll know we've crossed because the GPS will tell us, as well as we'll have a distance indicator of 0. We may give it a few seconds before we completely go to 332. Because we're going to be on the protected side, it doesn't matter how we do the turn, as long as we perform the turn. So we'll give it a little bit. We'll probably give it, what, 1 nautical mile, and then make the turn. I think that's a good plan. Six miles. Four miles. Now. Zukla. I keep saying Zuma. Zoomla. Hey, welcome back, Ryan. Alright. 2.5 nautical miles. We probably could have slowed down a little after. If I'm guilty of anything, it's always slowing down a little too fast. One nautical mile. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Which, we're going to be close enough to it. Close enough for government work anyway. And we've crossed the waypoint. And we're going to go at 1 nautical mile from. Turn outbound 332. 152. We're going to continue this turn for 4 nautical miles. And then we'll turn inbound 152. Go ahead and slow her down a little bit to about 170. And turning inbound. Wrong direction. No. What are you doing? Oh, that's my IAS. No. Why did you do that? That's alright. We're still on the protected side. Why are you changing? No. Dang you. Alright. Well, that was a horrible failure. And IAS needs to come back down since I inadvertently set it too high. Inbound course of 152. That's what happens when these panels get your buttons wrong on the panels. You set the wrong thing. Alright, direct. Zukla. Nav. And approach mode is coming on. Where's our flap indications? We're way too slow here. I should have been faster. It's alright, we'll arrest that speed there. And landing lights are on. We're going to wait on the first stage of flaps here. I can see the airport out in the distance. Yep. I don't know, not a monumental failure on that procedure turn. I don't think we exceeded, I don't think we crossed into the unprotected area, so I think we're good. Probably could have kept our speed up to 285. Let's grab that ATIS again.
Lake Charles RGNL Information Sierra. 1600 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 1700 few, temperature 28, dew point 23. Altimeter 3009. Arriving runway 05, departing runway 05.
Yeah, well, we're cleared for 15, so. Alright. Let's just start slowing it down here. Should have kept the speed up to 200 through the turn. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get 3 bars on our angle of attack indicator right here. As the plane slows down on its own. No movement on the glide path indicator yet. Oh, that's heading indicator. Duh. Did it again. Start slowing down just a little bit more. And with that, that'll give me enough room on my angle of attack indicator. Flaps 1. No movement on the glide slope yet. We are aligned with the runway. As soon as we get movement, we'll go gear down. Gear down. And we will set final approach speed of 99 miles knots. 3, 4, 5, 9. And stabilize. Flaps 3. And taxi lights are now on. We can see the runway. I'm going to go ahead and speed is stabilizing. Auto throttle's off. And my airplane. Thank you. We're losing the glide path here. A little bit of trim is necessary. We are way low. And now we're way high. Not really. We'll be alright. I think we've established now on our own. For the most part. Let's give it a little bit of down trim. A little fast. A little fast. A little gust of wind there. And nice touchdown. Yay! And brakes. Braking, 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 braking. And high speed turn off. Let off the brakes. Alright. Welcome to Lake Charles, Louisiana. Flaps up. Alright. Flaps are coming up. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights off. And strobe lights back to normal. And we will... Everything else looks good. Flaps are coming up. Let's take a look at our airport diagram here and see where we're going. Alright, so we are... Came in 1-5. We're here, probably on Echo. Yeah, we're on Echo. And FBO... It's going to be down on the far end of Alpha. Okay. Or you guys didn't see that. Dang it. Left monitor. You're on Echo. Take Alpha down to the FBO. And from there we'll park and we'll look at a replay. Alright. Parking brakes released. That landing was smoother than one I experienced on the 777. Did you land at DFW, I'm guessing? And Alpha's up here. So Echo and Alpha, we'll take Alpha down to the FBO. I don't think that was a bad landing this time. Actually pretty good for me. so hard for me to keep my feet off the brakes when I'm using the pedals. You guys must have had some storms or something. Just keeping, making it difficult to land. That's a big plane, man. Takes a lot of doing to make it happen. I don't think that's the FBO. I think the FBO is the blue building on the far end. Yeah, we'll shoot for that. No, the FBO is the second building there. We'll turn in here. I think it's that little building. We're gonna call it the blue building though, because, you know, pretend. And we are going to pull right up here as we gain some speed. They're just going to tell us to stop, and they'll take the plane from here. Alright. Parking brake set. Let's go ahead and look at a replay while we can. Toggle replay mode. So let's go back. Let's get a good view. Is that the right view? No, that's sideways. That's from the other runway. Let's go forward. Oh, might as well look at it from this angle, right? It does not like that runway view. Cannot get it. Nice. Let's look at that from the cabin view. Ooh. This is probably like a flashback for you, Ryan. Not bad. Let's take another view here. So we can get the outside view. I'll accept this landing. That was okay. Not bad. Any other views you want? Oh, we can do the tower view. Well, how did it just turn on me like that? Not bad. Not a lot of flare, right? All right. All right, let's shut her down. All right, so let's go ahead and turn off one engine. So we can open the door for these folks. And taxi lights are coming off. And beacon lights should be on still because we are running engines. We'll go ahead and turn that off. Go ahead and turn that off. Go ahead and turn that off. That off. Oh wait, no we don't. We don't want that off yet. Flaps are up. We need to turn the transponder off. That's good. And let's go ahead and shut down the other engine. Nav lights are still on. I don't know why it just does that shut off thing it does. Nav lights off. That's off. That. Alright. Plane is shut down. That was a nice little flight. We'll let the kids at the FBO take it from here. Well, Ryan, thanks for being the sole viewer today. And feels good to get back into this. It really does. Look forward to many more flights. And just in case you guys didn't know, we're using Project Fly. And we're going to go ahead and complete this flight. Let's see what our landing rate was. Where does it say the landing rate? Landing rate average is 160. Landing rate 0. I don't know what that. I don't even know why that's not working correctly. But hey, landing rate NA. Okay. All right. Well, we went from Louisiana. We got other bookings scheduled. So we're going to go from Lake Charles back to Galveston Island, and then Galveston to Corpus Christi, Texas. So we'll go ahead and we'll do those at a later date, either tonight, tomorrow, next time. But the cool thing is that with this, all I got to do is dispatch it, and I get paperwork and everything, and we're good to go. So thanks for joining. I look forward to doing more of these, and until then, take it easy. And it's been good flying with you guys. All right, bye-bye.